हरे कृष्णा सबको। तो मेरा नाम आकाश शर्मा है एंड मैं बेसिकली एक साधक हूँ एंड मैं काफ़ी टाइम से कोशिशें कर रहा हूँ कि मेरी साधना मजबूत बन सके, बट मैं नहीं कुछ अच्छा कर पा रहा हूँ। कई बार मेरे को बहुत अच्छा फील होता है, जिसको श्रीमद् भगवत गीता में कहते हैं। मैं संस्कृत का वो वर्ड्स भूल गया हूँ, बट उसमें श्रीमद् भगवत गीता में भगवान कृष्ण जी ने कहा था कि जब हम कर्म अच्छे करते हैं, जब हमारे सारी चीज़ें अच्छी होती हैं, तो हमारे शरीर के 9 द्वारों में हमारी आत्मा खुश रहती है, जिसको हम कहते हैं निर्वृत्ति मार्ग। तो अच्छा, मैं थोड़ा सा डिस्कस कर लेता हूँ प्रवृत्ति मार्ग और निवृत्ति मार्ग के बारे में। प्रवृत्ति मार्ग इज़ समथिंग जिसको हम कह सकते हैं, इट इज़ लाइक द मार्ग ऑफ आउटसाइड वर्ल्ड, एक्सटर्नल। निवृत्ति मार्ग होता है पाथ विच इज़ इनसाइड, विच इज़ coming from within. Okay, and then there is a saying by God, like God himself said that. So he said, when you don't go within, you go without. That means if you don't go within, you go without. That is what that is why we all should dedicate some like 10, 15 or some time to God, so that we can have a good mindset and we can have a good energy always with us. Okay, so in this video and also in this on this YouTube channel, we're going to discuss about so many things that I have learned on my path of spirituality, or on my path of understanding the spirituality. So we're going to learn all that. But so today what I was thinking is to discuss about our gurus actually. But I feel like कि हमारे जैसे कई सारे लोगों को ना हमारे सारे गुरुओं के बारे में नहीं पता होगा बहुत अच्छे से, तो वो लोग मैं anyways, let me think what I should discuss. Okay, so in this video we're going to discuss about few very exciting and very amazing things that has a very strong relation to our country and to our culture, that is Sanatan Dharma. So in this video I'm going to discuss about so let's start with the Alexander the Great. Okay, so when you heard this warrior's name, Alexander the Great, many of you might wonder, oh, he's a Greek warrior, or he was a warrior who was who has a significance and who has importance only in Europe, and he has nothing to do with our country. But the thing is, but the most surprising part is in the Nath Sampradaya. Okay, so before explaining about the Alexander the Great, I'll give you a little brief idea who are the Nath Yogis and what they are. So basically, Nath Sampradaya is the Sampradaya which was started by the Guru Gorakshnath Ji, or some say it was started by Matsyendanath Ji. But basically, Nath Sampradaya was started by the Lord Shiva himself, when he gave all the knowledge to his disciple Guru Matsyendanath Ji, and then later words Guru Gorakshnath Ji appeared, and then the whole lineage started. If you ask me who's the first guru of this whole Nath Sampradaya, it is Lord Shiva. Second guru is Guru Gorakshnath Ji, and third is Guru Matsyendanath Ji. Okay, this is the thing. So this is the Nath Sampradaya, and in our Bharatvarsh, in our Sanatan Dharma, we have so many kinds of yogis, like Naga yogis, Aghoris, Nath Sampradayas, and there are so many, like Veer Shaivism, Lingrayat Shaivism, then we have like Gaudiya Vaishnavism, we have other like, so there is an estimation of the existence of all these sampradayas. So few people believe that there are 84 sampradayas in the India. Okay, there are like so many sampradayas in the Shaktism. Also there are various kinds of sampradayas. Now, but among all these sampradayas, I always believe that Nath Sampradaya is at the pinnacle of being the yogis. They are the yogis par excellence. They are the yogis of the highest kind. I feel so. And why I'm saying that is because they have the most influence on this whole planet and on this whole dimension of existence. I feel so. Why I'm saying that is because my Gurudev Maharaj is also a Nath Yogi, and Mahaguru Shri Yogi Raj Shamcharan Lahiri Maharaj Maharaj in his previous life was also a Nath Yogi. And if you see all the great religions, all the great gurus that grace this planet and that has came to our planet, in some way or in some sense they were related to a Nath Sampradaya. That's the reason, and I can give you instances, but it is going to, but then my video will become longer, so it might make you bored. But the thing is, when I'm saying that Nath yogis are the yogis of the highest kind, they are the yogis per excellence, and they have the most, you know, and they are the most celebrated yogis of this whole land, is of this whole Bharatvarsh. So when I'm saying all this, it's not like it's I'm saying from my side, or it just I have anything personal with the Nath yogis. It's just I'm saying, and you're going to realize. So if you are a sincere seeker, and if you like really love exploring this spirituality, and if you like being with God, and then one day you will understand why I'm saying that the Nath yogis are the yogis of the highest kind. They are the yogis of the highest order. They are the yogis per excellence, according to me. So now coming to the Alexander the Great. Again, I didn't give you much information why I say Nath yogis are the greatest yogis. I didn't discuss all that, because it will going to take so much time. Then I have to explain you what is Kundalini yoga, what is Omkar yoga, what is Laya yoga, and so many other kinds of yoga. And basically then I have to discuss about few yogic practices, few mudras like Yoni mudra, Jyoti mudra, and few more things. Then I'm going to layer by layer I'm going to discuss about the differences between Hatha yoga and Laya yoga and Kundalini yoga. And then I'm going to discuss why the Naga yogis are different from the Aghoris, and why the Naga sadhus or the Naga yogis are, what they basically do, and how different they are from the Nath yogis. Okay, this is the thing. And the Nath Sampradaya also, there are like various sectors like Kanfatas, and there is a Sampradaya in which Nath yogis can be a grihast. That means they can stay in their whole house, they can enjoy their household life, and yet they can be the yogis of the highest kind, as Lord Krishna was, as Lord Shiva was. So that is the thing. Now coming to Alexander the Great. Alexander the Great wasn't just related to the Europe, he was greatly related to our India, because in Nath Sampradaya it is actually believed that Alexander the Great was a Rudra avatar. They believe he was an ansh of Lord Shiva, and I also believe. I'll tell you why. So when Alexander the Great was a very small, when he was like just a child, then he used to tell his mother that he talks with his mother, and then he says, Ma, like I get a glimpse of becoming a very great warrior, and then conquering the whole Europe, conquering the big lands on this planet. And then his mother used to bless him. She used to tell him that you actually going to conquer the whole world. So this is the famous story that you might have heard, that a mother blessed her son to become a warrior. But the thing is, he was getting all that pictures, he was getting all that vision that he's becoming the great warrior. So that was the Alexander the Great. Okay, now I'm going to discuss few more things, and you're going to understand why I'm saying he is greatly related to our Bharat, and he is one of the great ansh of Lord Shiva. Okay, so this is the thing that I wanted to tell you before I discuss much about him, that he had the visions, he had the glimpse of becoming a great warrior in his future, in his basically in his youth and in his later words life. So he conquered the whole Europe, he conquered whatever he wanted to conquer, whatever the part of the world has some meaning, he already conquered it. And then he came to India. When he came to India, he met with a fighter named Porus. Okay, he met with a fighter named Porus. Porus, our warrior, our Indian warrior Porus, was believed to be from Punjab or maybe from the Sindh region of Pakistan. I don't know exactly, but there is like a discussion. I don't know. I tried finding out from which part of the Bharat where she was from, but I couldn't able to find the exact location. So the thing is, when Alexander the Great came to India, he met with the warrior named Porus. So now the Indians believe that Porus was a warrior of a different class, of a different skill set, and of a different category. But the thing is, he lost that fight with Alexander the Great. And surprising thing is, Alexander the Great won that fight effortlessly. Okay, if you go and actually read the evidences, and if you go and study about their war and everything, then you will understand that actually Alexander the Great didn't even participated in fighting with the Porus. He just sent his few troops, and then they basically conquered Porus. They basically defeated Porus. So the thing that few people say that Alexander the Great was never able to conquer India, I don't think it is true, because according to my guru, he already had conquered the India, and according to Oshoji also, he had conquered the India. He had conquered the India. According to Sadhguruji also, Alexander the Great had conquered the India. But the problem with why he was not able to move inside the India is because he was confronted by a guru named Bhogarnath ji. 1 minute, I let me recall his name. Let me just recall his name. He was a Nath Yogi. Okay, he was a Nath Yogi, and when he met with his guru, when he met that guru, so that guru, and you can refer to Sadhguruji's video. So that is the whole thing. I don't know. I had to go somewhere, so I just forgot where I was, what I was saying. So let me just say this. So Alexander the Great confronted this guru. His name was I had he I had his name in my mind. I just forgot. Okay, so let's just refer to him. But yeah, he was the guru of Bhogarnath ji. Bhogarnath ji is the same guru who went all the way to South America, and then he taught so many things to Mayan civilization, and that's why the Mayan civilization was able to come up with their own calendar, where they predicted that the world cycle will actually end by the year 2012, and they were right. So the problem with us is we couldn't able to understand that they are talking about a one world cycle, and they're not talking about the whole creation. They're talking about one world cycle. So they say the world cycle in the year 2012 will end, and it was ended in that 2012. In that year only, in that 2012, Lord Kalki, the final incarnation of Lord Krishna, not Lord Vishnu. Remember that. If you go and ask any realized Nath Yogi, they will always say Lord Kalki is the manifestation of Lord Krishna. So you can say Lord Kalki is the reflection of the expanded consciousness of Lord Krishna. This is what Nath Yogi says. When Lord Krishna said in the Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Yada Yada Hi Dharmasya Glani Bharti Bharatasya, something like that, I forgot. So he promised that he will come again. Okay, Lord Kalki is basically the manifestation of the expanded consciousness of the Lord Krishna. Okay, and he incarnated in the year 2012. So the Mayans were right and Indians were right. Lord Kalki already have incarnated, because Kali Yuga already ended, and we are right now living in a Dwapar Yuga, and Lord Kalki have already incarnated, and the new world age has been started. The new age, or the new, what they call the white brotherhood and all that, that has been already started. So Lord Kalki already have incarnated, and he is right now in the planet called Tushita. I can give you more details about that planet, but I will discuss in some other next video, because in this video we are just discussing few basic and interesting things. So let's just come to that. Also, let me just give you a few more things. Lord Kalki is believed to be the fifth secret Buddha. So in the Buddhism also they mentioned that the fifth secret Buddha is yet to appear, and Lord Kalki is basically the fifth secret Buddha. They call him by the name of Maitreya Kalki. Yeah, his full name is Maitreya Kalki in the Buddhism. In the Hinduism we just refer him as a Kalki Bhagwan, but in Buddhism they refer him as a Maitreya Kalki, because he is the fifth secret Buddha. This is about Sanatan Dharma and Buddhism. Third is Islam. In Islam, they have a prophecy of one prophet called Imam Mahdi. He said, what the Islam says is, Prophet Imam Mahdi will appear when the world will be changing its world cycle, and it will be taking a transition from one phase to a greater phase, and that is going to happen. That is going to happen. Okay, this is the prophecy that is given in the Islam. And what we Nath Yogis believe is that Lord Kalki is basically the Imam Mahdi. Okay, and if you read the Kalki Puran, and if you read all the things, and you can find the you can find the parallel, uh, or you can say a common grounds, or like similarities in both the scriptures and in the both prophecies. That is why this is so. Sanatan Dharma, Buddhism and Islam, these all three are right. Fourth is um, Christianity. In Christianity, they talked about the second coming of Jesus Christ. They said Jesus Christ will come with 4 horsemen, and he will be one of them. So Lord Kalki is the second Jesus Christ. He is coming back. He already have incarnated on the planet called Tushita, and he is under a guru called Parshuramji. Parshuramji is the teacher of Lord Kalki, so he's right now on that planet. So if you see all the religions, even in the Judaism, they say the king of David, the son of David will come again. The final manifestation of Yehovah will come again to give for the justice of Israel. So the thing is, Lord Kalki is that the manifestation of Lord Krishna. As I said, he have already incarnated, and he is right now learning from his guru Parshuramji, and he is on the planet called Tushita. Now, so this is about the Lord Kalki. I kind of got misaligned with what I was discussing, and video is continuously getting long. Anyways, guys, so my whole purpose of saying about the Alexander the Great is that he was able to conquer the whole India, but why he was not allowed to enter into India, because he met with the sage whose name I forgot. I don't know why his name starts with CH, but I forgot his full name. He was a Nath Yogi, and he was from Kashi. He's the one who was the guru of Bogarnath Ji, and Bogarnath Ji is the guru who went to the South India, and he did so many things. And he went then to South America, where he kind of helps Mayan civilization to evolve more. Okay, and Mayan civilization had a connection with some alien civilizations, such as Arcturians. First of all, yeah, like my mask is getting off. I don't know why. I will do some editing in this video so that you don't see my face. So Mayan civilization had a connection with some higher civilizations such as Arcturians, and few people believe they were in a contact with the Syrians or with the Pleiadians. But the thing is, India was the one land who had a greater influence to Pleiadians and to the Lemurians. So yeah, that is the thing. But they believe that basically the Mayan civilization was like basically you can say it was an advancement of the Atlantis civilization. And Atlantis civilization was heavily influenced from the Lemurian civilization, and that Lemurian civilization was the civilization that was existing in the South India, that is the Kumari Kandam. So, and then we lost it, so Lemurians left that, and they believe that they then evolved to Pleiadians, and that they evolved to higher beings. So basically this is what the glory of the Sanatan Dharma, and this is what the glory of Bharat, that this is what we are, how we influenced all these countries, and how important we are. Now This is the thing. So Alexander the Great had a guru who had a student named Bogarnath ji, and that Bogarnath ji went all in different parts of the world and graced and helped civilization to evolve more. But so that is the thing. Now Alexander the Great, when he confronted this guru, I forget his name. His name was something Chodagar Nath. I don't know. I forget the name. I'll edit that. I'm on it. Anyways, so Alexander the Great met with this guru and he went to his place. That is so Alexander the Great met with his guru, and then he asked that guru. The whole story. It will take so much time to explain everything, and I feel like I don't have a very good experience in making videos, so that's why I sometimes I get little off and I start explaining you different thing for a legit reason, for a purpose. That's why I do that. But um, but Alexander the Great, what he did is he met with his guru. Um, okay, he met with his guru, and then he asked him, "Can you come to my place, that is Mesopotamia, and can you come and grace our land so that we can learn so much from you?" Then his guru said, "No, I cannot, but I will come to you when you will be dying." And then there is a whole different parts of the stories that I can discuss with you, and that has so much significance in explaining why Alexander the Great was a ansh of Lord Shiva and why he was greatly related to the India. But I cannot do that because my videos continuously getting long. Okay, so Alexander the Great went to his place called Mesopotamia, or Macodian, something like this. I think it should be Mecodia or it is Mesopotamia, something, either one of them. So he asked his guru, "Can you come to my place and then can you grace our land and can you grace our people so that we can learn something from you?" Then his guru basically told him that, "No, I cannot come right now, but I will come when you be dying." So the story that you might have heard from the Osho or from the Sadhguruji is that when he was dying, when Alexander died, his guru actually came in his etheric form. Okay, that was his etheric form. And then what he did is he took Alexander's finger, he cut his Alexander's fingers, basically his whole hand. And then why he cut that is because he wanted to give a message to the whole world that even if you conquer the whole world, even if you become the kings of the kings, even if you get all the money, all the wealth that you can possibly have, even after getting all that, you can still not have a completion within you. You can still not have a complete and that Sachidanand in you. You cannot have that. And then most of these achievements does not have any meaning, any significant meaning to yourself. So that was the message that Guru Dev was trying to give, and this is the whole thing. So again, now I'm ending. I'll be just taking one more minute. Now the final thing is I couldn't able to explain you this whole Alexander the Great history in the most uh, correct way or in the most accurate way, because the thing is there are like small parts that I had to discuss with you to give you everything, to give you all the insight about this Alexander the Great's life. But I couldn't able to do it because the video is continuously getting long, and you guys are okay. That is the thing. So now subscribe the channel, please subscribe the channel, because on this YouTube channel, on this channel, what I'll be doing is I'll be discussing about the spirituality, I'll be discussing about the something very meaningful, something like really meaningful that have some really significant importance in today's world. So if you have heard about this podcast channel called Next Level Soul Podcast, my channel will be more like that. It will be like a blend of Next Level Podcast and blending it with something like very deep spirituality. So basically you can say Sadhguruji plus Next Level Podcast. I'll be doing that both too. So subscribe the channel. It will be a fun if you can do that. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Take care. Bye bye. All glories to God. All glories to God.